welcome back to episode 8 of the Boys Side Quest podcast. Today we have so many topics to discuss. It has been a very long time since we have not been on the screens. We missed you guys. They told us you guys missed us, but you don't subscribe. You don't like our content. You don't comment.
Yeah, we
They
need
will
those
like by
questions.
We need those
slowly
questions
by
to be
slowly.
coming. We need you guys to comment. My name's Cameron. This is Jero
Jero.
and Trey. Hey, let's get straight into
Today
it.
we are back with some might be sensitive, but like you guys will handle. So today we're really going to be debating why expensive bride prices are ending perfectly good relationships and why sometimes
I don't think
and why sometimes it must be your best financial move to like stay away or walk away.
Blessed best financial move.
Hey, Kumanga.
I really don't think expensive bride price is ending relationships.
But it's a red flag, honestly. Imagine, let's say this girl, you're going to marry her, we're like, guys, we're getting old. 2026, man, longer.
Jero, you're getting old. Bro. I don't know
I'm the
about
youngest
you.
one. I'm the youngest one
18,
here.
bro.
I'm the youngest one here. So you do the whole, depending on what culture you're from, you do a Ovakwanjula, then whatever, right? But your parents, introduction,
we get.
and our parents tell you straight up, immediately, want 100 million Uganda shillings.
Bride price. That's minus a wedding.
Minus the wedding, minus even
That's
that
minus the conjugal itself, bro. That's just the
That's
money
really
they
a red
want
flag.
as a family.
You know, there are some people who are saying that the parents are looking at how much they invested.
When are they invested 1 million in you?
Hey,
Realistically speaking.
Probably they even invested in a girl who was cracked at 13. Cut which investment is that?
for them, they
Okay,
don't
minus
know
that cracking. That is ones who save
For them-
them,
for
who
them,
have
they don't
saved
know the
themselves
point.
until
How
this
many are
point.
they?
They're countable. Okay, several. Countable, that's straight. But there's several.
For them, they don't know the point of you being.
But like,
Okay, it's not even about that thing that they got cracked or anything like that. But honestly, I just have this mentality, and I think it's just probably me. But it's always those people that come from those families that are always lacking. I'm sorry to use that term,
but it's really
but those
true.
families that are always lacking, they always want to, like, any opportunity they get, they want to milk it to the maximum, which isn't a bad thing. But like, bruh, sometimes you guys
Because
overpush it.
I've not refused. By the time I've come all the way up to the parents, and I actually genuinely want to marry your daughter.
Real.
Okay, even this daughter herself, she might
also want to marry you.
real.
Or she,
And then she hears the price.
and she's like, bruh.
Or they say she's coming from those families that are lucky, bro. That she's the
That's
most
also-
amount of cash she's seen. They want cash, not even in bank transaction.
Bro,
cash.
they want cash.
It's like
Maybe the
500,000.
girl's parents value her at that amount.
Value
of money.
her. Even now I'm valuing her. But what do you want me to do? Get her alone.
They are valuing her at that amount of money.
How am I supposed
100
to
million.
give what I don't have?
I think there are no refunds.
But
by
why
the way.
would a parent? I feel like those parents who do that just want to, like, intentionally make the marriage like not work out. Because what do you mean? From the bat, 100 mil. On top of that,
Straight
is going to
up.
ask for sugar. Don't ask for,
those other things,
they're going to ask for a sofa
tomatoes.
set in their home because they don't have one.
A
Well, the
TV.
one they have was from like 15 years ago, man. I think already has rats going through.
So
it.
do you feel like bride price and, like, let me say, introductions are a way for some parents to renovate their homes?
Yes. If I just cut and dry, yes. Sometimes it is.
Some parents really just use it to just renovate their homes.
The chairs, TVs, so like that would be calm.
They're
But
really
guys,
If it's on a reasonable
do you know
budget,
100 million.
They're renovating the things your wife that you're going to take spoiled.
My wife,
Yeah.
I'm not even let's say even if you come from a well-off family, realistically,
I
guys,
don't think they
100
would
million.
I don't think they would ask.
They
for
actually
100
probably
million.
wouldn't.
Maybe the parents want to make it a challenge to see how rich you are.
Challenge.
It's not about seeing how rich I am. We're
Okay,
still
you're
growing.
seeing how, or you
We are
want me
still
to prove
growing.
a point, so that after when you get married, we suffer
They
and
don't
stuff.
want their daughter to get into a poor man's home.
It's true they don't want their daughter to get in a poor man's home, but their daughter has also fallen in love with a broke man. Or not even a broke man, a man of a slightly lower league than their family could be.
Yes.
But there's still those people that are genuine. I believe that those families that really have something. I'm not going to say like have a lot. That's too much. But have something. They would really know the value of money. And I'm not saying that I'm devaluing a girl by saying her parents asking for 100 million is like asking for too much. But bro, is it really necessary? Of course, it's not
100
necessary to ask, but bro, 100 mil from that bat on top of sorry, if we're just counting 100 mil, that's for the family.
Just for the
That's
family.
to chill. They're going to ask for a sofa set. They're going to ask for chairs, cows, bichi. They're going to ask you for like, give or take 15 cows. Because by the time they're already asking for 100 million, they need some other 15 cows to grow up their farm.
Then comes the wedding.
On top of the wedding, they're going to give you a budget of $1.
So do you guys think it's like a sign of extortion?
It's not a sign.
It is extortion. Even if your family could come up with that money, even them themselves are going to tell you, bro.
Bruh, that's too much money. Like, they need to know that. Like, okay, there's a reasonable fee.
There's a reasonable fee,
but you
ideally.
can't ask someone for 100
But in
million.
this case, first even hold on. Who negotiates the bride price? Me, who is marrying your daughter or the daughter herself?
True, that's what the daughter is also using it to get money for herself for the future.
Money for herself. So when we go there and
the daughter 100 mil is getting off for her herself.
Exactly.
But the cows are now for the dad.
For
maybe
the
the
dad.
sofa is for the mother.
Some of the 100 million is hers. Of which, even if there's a share that's hers, let's say like 20 million, she's really not going to tell you about it.
True, I will tell you about it.
Keep in mind,
her money is her money.
Your money is our money.
you know these things about women.
That even the wedding, introduction,
but
honeymoon,
I really feel like
about that.
I really feel like some parents use it as a place to extort.
That's outright
and if they can extort, like, man, well and good.
If he doesn't really care.
If he doesn't really care, if money, maybe his family has the money. Like, maybe us are talking because we're really genuinely broke niggas.
Yeah.
So like, we just don't have that 100 mil to just give it to someone's daughter because maybe we don't have it. But I feel like also those girls that have like been like exposed to a degree. I'm not saying like overexposed, but to a degree, like they know, like, man, this man is really hard to make, like especially in the Ugandan economy. This man is really hard to make.
Most if like, let's say we're both average the same age.
Even if they're telling me like, okay, bride price is for you and your family to go collect yourselves, like, really, even my family is suffering. Even me, you're seeing me, I'm suffering. Even you and me, we have been dating, we've been probably cohabiting, we are suffering.
And I'm supposed to prove for you to 100
million to prove my love for you.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
It really is a red flag.
So okay, what do you guys see as reasonable bride price?
Reasonable, it comes down to like 100 million.
We're just saying, like, we're putting it in context that 100 billion minus everything else. If we're giving like a total budget of like, let me say, everything that they want for the dowry is like about 100 million.
Then that's a whole completely different story.
So, but if you're just asking for 100, as let's say, to
negotiate,
like 100 million, then is what you ask for. Hey,
when they take and they refuse.
So, do you think that the 100 million should be the total price for the bride price if it was for you?
That could be.
It
but could be price from family to family.
It could be unreasonable because it could be in that 100 million. I could put like, let me say, like some 15 cows, some hens here, some sugar, some salt for like the future, like, you know. Also, you could add a sofa set of like 15 mil, you know, something like that. Something that's like.
But it's almost like as if you're making a down payment for a car.
Bro.
They're valuing their daughter at that price.
It's not even necessarily about value of that daughter.
But it's more like, man, I don't know. I really don't understand the whole concept of like the whole bride price thing. But it's more like showing appreciation towards the family for raising that daughter and investing in them.
Yeah, now that's the appreciation you give.
But appreciating with 100 million down payment.
Yeah.
So that we suffer immediately after we get married. We'll come back to the honeymoon, back into our one bedroom.
After the man coughs 100 million plus everything else, give or take, the daughter is going in like give or take 300 million, like on the introduction alone. You're going to invest in a wedding, one bar, they're going to tell you money is not a problem. 1 bar plus 300 million, that's 1.3 bar. That's a full house in Chanja. Full furnished house in Chanja, 1.3 bar. Leave that. You're going to get all that money, 1.3 bar. Put it to marry that daughter. You have no right to stay the next day after that.
So,
no, that's not minus even the honeymoon. You still need to go out to the honeymoon.
Just go like say you don't love her.
When you come back, where are you going to start from? Total poverty.
So do you think that bride
and
price...
after the family will say that you're broke nigga.
Yeah.
Mind you invested 1.3 bar in their family.
So is bride price decided by the parents or it's decided by both sides?
I really feel like you should be able to like negotiate about it. Like honestly, you guys can see my family, this is how much we can afford. Like they can tell you like, okay, 100 mil, bring it.
And that's sometimes even if the family
like, man,
is
we can't do that. Like let's give you about 80 mil. We'll give or take. We'll see from there.
And sometimes even if the family is well off, very wealthy people by the also very careful about their money. They don't just
be splashing money like that or asking money like that. Because they
like,
know how hard it is.
They know how hard it is to actually make that money.
So like they wouldn't be like, man, let's just ask for like 80 mil. That's too much. That's
you probably have to sit down and think about it.
But trust me, if you go to a family whereby you genuinely can't handle, man, you just have to accept that that daughter is not in your league, and you leave her alone.
But what if she genuinely loves you? Does she negotiate for you?
If she loved you, she wouldn't tell her family to ask for such money.
True, but you know,
she'll be able to talk to her father and be like, Daddy, really, you're asking him for too much money. You know we can't handle that money. You're asking for this, but because I really love him, so that I can get married to him. But if she doesn't love you like that, man, is the man you look for.
So would it be a reason for you to walk out?
Honestly, like it really is. Financial stability is a very big component in relationships.
It really is.
You can't date a girl when you're broke. Let's get serious, bro.
Money might not necessarily be that at
That
that
thing,
top, but it's
but bro, you
important.
need to have some money, bro.
It really is important.
You can't just start from zero, from scratch. I tell you, you're now making someone's daughter who came from a very good family to start suffering. She used, she used to stay in Kulambiro, Chisasi, Chira. Nice homes, you're taking at some Bunamwaya type shit, bro.
That's the reason now they're asking for the bride price.
Look,
of
even if you
100
could
million.
get the bride price, right? And let's say I get a loan, I'm not transparent because I tell her, man, I got a loan to pay the rack. And then after I'm paying it back, all of a sudden she's saying, where's all my money going? So into the loan, I'm paying back for it. And then she'll say, did I ever ask you to get that loan to
pay a bride
to pay my bride price?
That's the only way you could pay for her bride price.
But that's the thing, you're not supposed to take out a loan for enjoyment. Because this is not an investment, this is a total liability.
So it really
that
is
100 mil that you're putting into the family, you're never going to touch it ever again. It's
ever.
There. You as you've already lost. That 100 mil is coming out of you. And give or take, even if you work for like 5 years, how sure are you going to bring back that 100 mil?
Plus
on top of supporting a family. Because now in 5 years already they're asking for a baby. You already plus the interest, you give or take, you're going to be paying back like 120, 130 mil. On top of a baby, you need to expect to bring on away. You need to buy a car because you guys need to move. You need to fill your own car that you probably don't even have at that point.
Exactly.
Or even if you have one car, you might need to get another one for her. So how do you sustain a family with such a loan of 100 mil? With just a normal day-to-day salary? Don't you see how guys go into the slaughtering people?
Start sacrificing. Someone just such can pay back for bride price.
For bride price for a girl who's even going to leave your cheat on you in the next 3 months.
So Jerry, you don't agree with?
That's too much. Personally, my own take. Sorry, 100 million. Not even, we're just giving an example of a figure of 100 million. But like, realistically speaking,
that's a lot of money.
So Jerry, do you agree with that? With that topic that you brought?
I don't agree with it.
Why?
I feel like it's only a red flag.
It really is a red flag.
For that much money, probably
straight off the bat.
Now they always say if you love her, you would.
If I love her, I would. I cannot give you what I do not have.
True.
You get.
If you love me enough, you can give me even what you don't have.
That's stupidity now,
That's stupidity.
So
because there are consequences that come from it.
One
after.
kidney is 85 million.
Exactly.
Still not enough.
So I need to sell both kidneys just to survive to pay a bride price.
And then I die early. Then she's left with her family. Then again they'll go back to my family asking them for compensation.
So if you should put you in that situation of saying, if you love me, you would, what would you say?
I just know that's not the one for me.
Sorry, but
let me just dash out, bro. Because bro, then it's not.
My love is unconditional, but she's really making it conditional,
bro.
But in that moment, it has
to be that your love is depending on 100 million.
Yes, because if you love me,
my love can fill this whole world. What are you talking about? But it can't generate at 100 million for a bride price.
And that's why she's trying to now. That part is where she wants you now to be conditional and see whether you'll be a man enough to pay for her bride price.
But that one I accept. There are some things I cannot manage.
You've accepted just like that.
As a young adult in this day and age, yes.
You're surviving on 200K full semester. They're asking for 100 million. Really?
Now,
by the time you reach get married, you should be ready.
This year. Because I feel like originally when you're going to get an introduction, now that's when now you've seen that you're financial. You cannot jump
even if you're financially stable.
Bro, there's some sums that are just crazy.
Yes.
Actually, remember when you've entered an introduction and marriage, now there you've settled, you have a house.
House maybe
some people don't get married.
You want to get introduced to
some renting.
Some people are still renting by the time.
Not necessarily a 1-bedroom rental, but like a proper furnished place. You drive in your car, you work hard.
Now you're making stable money.
So we're asking you to pay a
stable
sum
money, but stable money you cannot equate for your dream car.
For your dream car
on a bride price.
If she will ask you if you love me, you would.
I love you, but
I can't attest to killing people just to show my love for you.
And now she'll tell you this is a task and a challenge for you.
That one I will tell her I cannot manage. And we tell her family, man.
Honestly,
we are broke. If you guys need that money, we really don't have
Anyway, parents, as you've heard, please don't
overstrain it for the young boys who come for young beggars. Because they have not yet made that money like that. But if you're going into marriage, you should be ready.
Actually, that's what I've said. By the time you now get into the introduction and
also
marriage,
know the type of girl that you're dating. You're not going to go and date a girl whose family is in generational wealth. They're asking for a mere 100 million for them.
But really, even if if she genuinely comes from generational, some families you go marry, they won't even ask you for anything.
Jiro, do you know that
True.
there are people in Kampala, there are women in Kampala who spend 69 million shillings
But
at night.
that's crazy. No, leave her.
Those are the women
There's a
now
reason
we are
she's.
saying.
I don't know if she's married or not, but
Jiro,
guys are still scared.
69
He's still
million
working
shillings. You see?
towards
Jiro,
that.
these days things are serious. Before you're complaining about 100, someone is using a fraction from the 100
69
million
mil.
in one night. You're saying how
Who can get there, but
where things are going. Do you feel like by the time we reach the age of bride price, 100 million now will be the new set price?
Nah, but things actually getting worse in this economy.
At now,
But anyway, we're all different. We
prices
could be
keep
complaining
growing.
that's a lot, and for someone else, that's pocket change. But if they're genuinely smart enough, guys, 100 million, you know what, people do for you.
100 million could change your
You
life.
buy up a whole condominium and you even get the rights to it.
Bro.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's move on now, guys.
anyway.
I think you've heard about that.
In summary, if let us know, is it a red flag or for you actively like push your partner? Now we pay the money so that they can take
Paying
you.
that 100 mil
Pay the
straight is
money.
crazy work.
And then when you ask, okay, contribute some so you don't love me.
Jiro, why would you ask?
No, genuinely.
Why would you ask?
Contribute some. She love me that much.
She wants you to take her home. So
Hey.
also she has to contribute to the
Contribute
effort of
some.
taking her home.
That's so
Then
crazy.
she shows you her bank account.
Women, would you contribute to your own bride price?
But that's
Let us
actually,
know.
But you know, there's like you remember this show of like
Would you
My
contribute
Family
to your
in
own
Uganda
bride
that
price?
used to be on Prime, right?
Yeah.
There was like one episode where a babe said like, like they go to like that serious stage like where she had a nigga, and then the guy tried to convince her to like pay shit on her bride price, and she paid.
How do you
So
do
man,
that?
it's all about having an intentional woman. I think.
Yes.
But that's actually crazy. How do you contribute to your own women?
No,
Tell
you
us.
really
You can
could.
if
Wama-
maybe you have a strict father and a man is not like
He's
bad,
not budging.
but you
Wama-
really love this nigga. You be like, man, I'll give you this money so that you can get married.
Guys, comment down. If you love him enough, would you contribute to
Yo,
your
but
bride
But you're
price?
trying to
price.
say that women shouldn't contribute for their own weddings.
They really should.
They
really
Because,
have
bruh,
to.
Now-
this is not a one-way thing. It's starting to
Bro.
feel like it's transactional.
Sure, no. bro.
The wedding is for the two of you.
Not even
But
an introduction and Kwanjula where they're asking for this 100 million. It's part of the whole wedding package.
they're asking it from the man's family to take their daughter. That's why you have to do that.
I understand, bro. But really, that's some crazy extortion.
You
But
let
let's-
us know. You let
let's
us
move
know.
on to the next
But
question.
moving on now.
If it's a red flag for me, it might not be a red flag for you. Everyone has their poison. You pick and choose what you like.
I guess so. So
But now moving on, guys. It's also another sensitive thing. You girls will be out there. Okay, girls and boys, men and women, who be asking their partners for breaks. It's a breakup. Or like, there's a difference. Because
Jero,
what do you mean?
There's a new one they've used to describe that
Maybe.
break space.
Jero, I'm seeing you.
But just need some space.
seeing you stepping on fire.
No, genuinely.
Fiery
I,
areas.
I can't think. I need a break.
Seeing you entering the kitchen.
Tell me.
Guys enter in the
We
kitchen.
end things. And I'm not saying tell me we end things because I don't want this anymore. No.
Jero,
But
guy,
Just say you're tired.
Just say you're tired. It's okay
Jero,
to be
guy,
tired.
you
We're
saw
human
the
beings.
kitchen. You see, of course, Jero.
What do you mean a break?
That's really a very,
Slash space.
that's really a very sensitive topic.
How
you
come
know?
we didn't ask for space
When I was cuffing you,
when I was cuffing you?
you didn't want space away from me when I was cuffing you, but,
But
all
now
of a
all of a
sudden,
sudden you
now
want
I want
it.
space.
But how does it work?
Bro, generally, also how does the space actually work?
Exactly. That's how
They
does
want
it.
space, but they want you to continuously keep in communication with them.
There are some who ask you for no contact.
Okay, yeah, then there are no contact ones. But then again, if you don't communicate
So
at
first
all,
rate,
You don't laugh her. But she asked for space and you asked her like 3 times.
and you're trying to
Are you
respect
sure?
that,
Are you sure this is something you want?
then they'll tell you gave up too early. Like I would have accepted on the 4th time, but you only asked 3 times.
I'd have accepted on the 4th time is quite crazy.
You get they ask once, like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes,
Are you
that
sure?
time.
Then like you just said calm, I respect your decision.
Me-
But
me
like
what-
no,
me
you
what
gave
I
up
want-
too early.
What I want to know is when you ask for space. So in the relationship, it's when you do this whereby
Is that like a pause in the relationship?
Like a
Like
pause,
no longer
like-
cupped over?
and is a man allowed to do whatever he
You
wants
want
to do?
and you as well. Are you allowed to do what you want?
But
say-
that's not what
let's-
you want.
Oh no, no, let's say she asks for space in a sense. Like let's say coming up to like an important date. Like in your relationship, it's anniversary or
And
one
then
of
she
you
asks for
both-
space.
And ask for space.
Right before the anniversary.
Right before
She
anniversary.
don't buy gifts.
Exactly. So like,
She's running away from her responsibility.
and again, if
bro.
you don't gift her, she'll be like, okay, now we're like, we've
But
worked things out, but you didn't even gift me then. But I thought you wanted
had
space.
But space doesn't mean that the responsibility is
Yes, it doesn't mean a responsibility that let it go. But
But-
if someone wants no contact, how am I
supposed to gift you on a no contact.
But I want to ask, so space in a relationship with that you're in, I thought you're supposed to be in the relationship during the good and bad.
Exactly. So why asking for space?
Clearly.
So when the bad comes,
Now you're running away.
then when the good comes is when
You
come
want to
back.
be enjoy. You want to come back and enjoy.
Be honest. What's space?
And space, when you ask for space, for me, when you ask, you go and don't come back. That's the truth. You go and don't come because
The
now
last person who asked for space. You
Bah.
can check on them where they are,
you
bro.
go and don't come back. Kubanga, now the issue is you're asking me for space, but I don't know what exactly that means.
And when you ask them to explain, like, no, I need time to. I also need time, like
To understand the
time to
space.
understand the space.
But when I ask you for it, you didn't think about
when
all
you
of
ask them
it.
what's the reason, so you're asking for space.
I don't know.
Like,
They always don't know,
no,
bro. When do
why are
they
you
ever
asking
know?
for space?
But so that they can think about it.
Honestly, just say you need. No, you don't need space to think about.
So
it. You
they-
need time to think about it.
Atcat
And
the other
honestly, by the
space.
time you've asked for the space, you already made a decision. Really,
To go around and do whatever you
exactly.
want.
Do whatever you want.
So do you think asking for space is an excuse to cheat?
Not necessarily cheat. To do other things.
To do
yes.
other things that are
Like
shady
what?
business, bro.
I'm shady stuff. For some, yes, it's an excuse to cheat.
And then for
Like you
others,
still
is
want
it
to be
an
wrapped around your finger,
But is it an excuse to cheat? Sometimes you need space to think for real.
no, you
think about
no.
what?
Think about
That
it,
you
see
couldn't
what,
talk about.
think about
No,
it, see
you-
what to be in a relationship or not.
Think about if you want to.
Let me tell
okay,
you.
you can think about it.
Yeah,
as you involve me.
Sometimes,
And you let me know.
sometimes, some decisions you have to, some journeys you have to walk them alone.
True. But that
So-
doesn't mean you go no contact on your partner. You get
But
like
if you feel like that's a way for you to cope,
then be honest with them. This one, I want space.
Oh, you could
why?
get-
No
Why?
reason.
No reason.
I just want it.
Are you sure? Yes.
So okay, on the person who is there asking for space, do you think it's a burden on your side?
It really is
What?
because it lucky leaves you stranded. Because what are you supposed to do in that moment?
True.
That's what
Persist.
I'm saying. Because
Or
now,
desist.
or this is really.
because at that time you've wasted, there are some other girls maybe who have been
Rest of the
wanting
time
you.
you're wasted. But if you're in a relationship, there's no wasting
Yes,
time.
but in the
Time.
space that you've given, you're wasting time. What if she asks you for space for 2 months?
True, by that. That's actually keeping someone in a loop of like, man, I don't know what we are genuinely. You can't be in a relationship with someone and you don't know your feelings towards them.
There are some people.
Like we need to know where you stand.
Like you cannot be in a relationship with someone.
There are some people who get somewhere confused.
You
But
can't
need
be
space for 2
you
months.
can't be in a relationship with someone and you don't understand how you feel about them, or you can't define what it is. Like, what do you mean? Like I'm in a relationship with you, but I'm not sure about you. That makes no sense, bro.
There are some people.
Why
who-
would you ask for space?
Eh,
For my relationship, if you're so sure about you wanted the relationship,
Exactly.
that clearly shows that man, a part of you no longer wants a
Sure,
relationship.
you know someone asking you for space for 3 months. That's a whole semester.
that's what I've been saying. Is it wasting your time also?
It kind of is.
But imagine asking for
Like,
3 months of no contact.
no
So
contact.
okay, if me I'm keeping
How-
myself, how sure am I you're keeping
Give
yourself?
yourself.
And honestly, where does that leave us?
And you cannot say you are thinking the entire time from month day 1 to month,
month
3
3.
day last.
And leave even that. You can't say that you genuinely love someone and then you ask for, you're willing to go 2 months
2
without
months,
talking to them.
no
That
contact.
makes no sense, bro.
Man,
That just means you're actually like looking for a way to stop launch a breakup. That's
Real.
just it,
But
bro.
you're scared. It's almost like you're
You're
waiting.
launching a breakup,
You're waiting
honestly.
for them so that they bring it up first, but you don't want to
You
bring
don't
it
have to
up.
bring it up fast. You know that thing of like, they want to always be like, excuse me, I'm not the one who ended it type thing. So they be like, bruh, like it was you who ended it, like you're the one who actually called it quits, like, but me, I just asked for space.
Space.
Bruh, dude.
Like before you even ask for that word, you guys like use again. First understand what it means.
Bro, they tell you, okay, you describe this space. Like, I don't know what I want from this space, but I just don't want you to like talk to me. Like, I need time to think.
think about
Then there are
it.
those like I want space, but I still want you to talk to me. So
So is that space?
and I also still want you to see me. So what exactly do you
No,
mean?
but
No,
I feel like some
that's-
women just don't know what they want. That's
Make
space
it
of
make
Simani
sense.
but I still see me, bro.
Yes,
That's
I
really
want
not
like
space.
I'm thinking about whether I still want to be here, but I still need everything to continue as normal.
So you want to enjoy the privileges.
Which is without
Without
the
the
actual
responsibility.
responsibility.
So what's the use then?
Bro, space is useless, I feel like.
Is it really
I
useless?
don't think I've not watched any series or movie or anywhere where the therapist said that, oh, this couple should take some space. They just be like, come and we talk about it, because I believe everything can be solved through communication. As communication
where you
is
want
a
to-
what? Is the key.
But some of them want to go no communication. So really, I can't read your mind. But anyway,
So if you don't express how you feel, how am I supposed to help the relationship?
I
move
think I
forward?
need a break. Break from what? You're tired. Just tell me.
Bro,
We
so
move
you need a
on.
break.
Break.
Ah,
Just
don't-
finish it and say up. Break up.
Bro,
You
real,
know
just say
what's
break
up. I
up,
won't
bro.
hate you.
And now there are some people who don't want you want to
They
keep
want
you
that
around.
privileges.
They want to keep you around. But why must you keep someone around if you truly love them? Or you want to go and enjoy your other
What
side
if you're still
dishes?
deciding whether or not you actually like them like that?
But why would you even be in a relationship with someone you don't like that?
Sometimes you could get stranded. You could be like a nice guy. Like,
Do you know what I mean?
I like genuinely don't want to hurt someone.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You could
That's
genuinely
why
be
sometimes you could be stranded, bro.
stranded is
Like,
quite crazy.
things are moving faster than you'd
Than you'd expect.
expect. And you're like, fine, let me go with it.
Gerald, how does
But
that
that's
work?
leading someone on, though.
With intention. You get
You can't
like
lead
it
someone
just,
unintentionally.
like it just happened.
Ah.
Like honestly, you're just too nice to that person and like they misread
got feelings,
it. They
huh?
got feelings.
Gerald, that's
But is
actually
it wrong for someone to catch feelings if you're leading them on?
What would you define as leading on? Me
Gerald,
spending time with you.
Is
Is
that-
and leading you on.
Gerald,
There's a difference.
so. What is it, Gerald?
Me spending time with you.
It's
there's
just
a
quality
spending
time.
leading on is a form of manipulation. There's a spending time that's genuinely manipulative.
Okay,
Like you
true.
do it when they're vulnerable, so that you can have them like where you need them. That's manipulation of the best tactics, bro.
True, but what if I'm just helping you
Helping
out
you with
when you're
what?
vulnerable? You get on to be there for you.
But
I'm not
do that
necessarily
like
leading
that.
you. Not necessarily. I'm just helping
there.
you. I'm being there for you. But then you misunderstood me being there for you as
Because you led her into that situation.
You made her believe that you had love for her, yet clearly you just had care. And
yes,
then
don't
after
get
you
it
end up,
twisted.
and then after you end up chopping a girl, and after you start running away. Why? Why must you have bad manners like that? That's leading on.
Yes, getting
That's
too
a proper
personal. Why?
example.
Not me.
That's a proper example of leading on.
True.
That's why you've said there are some people who get into relationships when they don't know what they are.
When they don't know what they also want from a relationship.
They think they'll decide when they're already
they
there.
get into relationships to hurt their exes. Who does that? No,
There-
like really.
There are some people who do to build up there.
Do you have names?
Man.
Exactly.
I have names. Just
But
just
like
saying.
generally.
I feel like genuinely, like people should actually like have that proper reason. We've been saying this from day one of pod. Like have a proper reason why get into a relationship. Like you have to get into a relationship when you're ready and you've healed from all the past trauma, all the past problems. You can't be bringing up problems from your past relationships into new experiences. That makes no sense.
But there are some
Basically,
If you haven't
you
healed
first.
from if you haven't healed from your ex, don't try to get someone new to replace them. Because your ex really did it better than them. You also know that.
Guys.
But listen, guys, you need to heal from things that you move forward. But then again, you can't say that you're using someone else to heal. That's a wrong type of healing.
That's a wrong type of healing.
You can't say that I'm healing by doing more of something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong.
Heal by yourself.
Real. Like take some time off, like do cardio, do gym.
Whatever makes you happy, not other people.
But what if other people make me happy?
No. Now you're losing that trail. We're losing that.
You need to actually, but you need
Like
to
you,
actually
on your own.
just go on a personal journey of yourself. Some people say that they're going to the whole phase to heal. That's wrong.
We're exploring themselves.
Exploring their options as a form of healing. What's that? So you need to collect like some 6 soul ties to actually know that you've healed from the other person. That's wrong.
But
so guys,
at the end of it, really, the point was really asking for space or a break.
It's asking for space
Or a break.
slash break.
A breakup.
Genuinely, I believe like man, that's a form of soft launching a breakup.
For me, I believe it's a breakup. When you ask for a break, please, with your things.
Just continue out.
Because now you're asking me for a break. You're really wasting my time. Tell me we have broken up, I move on to other things.
Like I'm supposed
Maybe
to.
they're giving you time for you to take accountability for your actions.
What if I already have? I've apologized.
What if you haven't?
Thank you,
How many
Kat.
times
Now,
can you apologize?
listen.
As much as she needs you to apologize.
Yes, but then why you ask for a break then?
Tell me what you want.
True.
Because you've asked me to apologize, yes. Now what's the use of you saying that now I need a break? A break for what? To go and heal with someone else?
Bruh, they needed some break. But for now, let's first take some commercial advert. Welcome back
My short.
from that short commercial break.
As we're wrapping up the previous, that whole break thing, you guys let us know your thoughts. But
True.
now we have to move on to another, like, semi-sensitive, but it really is sensitive depending on the person. Like, between male and female dynamic, who do you think is more loyal, genuine? Like, in relationships and everywhere else, who do you think is more loyal?
More
Yeah.
faithful.
Oh, okay, faithful, loyalty, yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's more?
I feel like men, of course, as a man, I'm going to say men are more faithful.
We're not even being biased. If we had like a female guest, yeah, we'd ask them.
But clearly, the female guests don't want to turn
they
up.
don't want to turn up.
As I'm saying, every time you pretend that you watch our podcast, you don't want to be hosted.
We should be a guest, but she never show up.
Bruh. Let's leave even that before we attack someone.
Before I attack someone. Try you
But listen. Try you loyal.
I'm very loyal.
You're faithful.
Oh, you're loyal to that
Faithful.
What would you describe as faithful? Different paths, there are different definitions.
Mm.
Like that level, my faithful could be zero contact with the outside, like anyone but the person I'm with. Then your faithful could be like, yeah, but like I can chat around like that.
Chat around.
Jero, faithful. There is no room for chatting around with anyone else.
I could be faithful
To that game.
To that game. Like some of our.
Do you mind explaining to the public
what that game is, man? You have to learn that your own
You
way.
have to read a book called The Game, bro.
The game.
Genuinely.
Listen, faithful. I believe that men are more faithful creatures
By
compared
nature,
to women.
even though they tend to
To
wander.
yeah, but that's I feel like because of the times, the generation. But usually women have like more susceptibility to like showing men shaggy than men show that women shaggy. Apart from Jonasi from that series Polygamist.
And I think
But then again, also those women, they really wanted. None of them ran away. They had the option to actually go away. All of them stayed. First, give those few examples of those men that be cheating, like Jonasi, and that's not even cheating because he was handling, he was taking care of all of them.
Sure.
Okay, it's still cheating, but he was taking care of all of them. Genuinely, I feel like men are more loyal creatures. Like if you meet, like you can meet way more loyal men than you'd meet loyal girls. A lot of women like want to have like multiple partners. I don't even know why. They always do that. They always don't have
each
like
partner makes them feel a certain kind of way. Genuinely, women are more faithful to how they feel or how you make them feel.
True.
Not necessarily to you.
True. So they like to like have, like they would have a boyfriend. Like, oh, this one like he comforts me, like he gives me reassurance.
The other one's my Shayla.
Then
Is
I'm-
what?
My Shayla. That you do this and this. Yes, it's just my Shayla.
And then the other one's like the guy who I go to for like brags and stuff like that.
He's my friend. Can't block him. That would be mean.
True, that would be
Yeah,
so mean.
that would be
bro.
so
Like, how would
mean.
you tell me block my friend?
That's my
bro?
friend.
Like, I've known him for like 10 years, bro.
So Jero, do you also have some friends like that?
This is for men. This is not for men.
For men, don't have that side.
We don't. but
Men have very few female friends if you actually think about it. If you take account, like as a man, you'd have at maximum like 2 to 3 genuine platonic female friends. Honestly, all the other girls that you have either like man, they wanted something with you,
or you wanted
or
something,
you had
from
something
them.
with them.
Or
That's
it's
just
a
the truth.
talking stage or
True,
besties.
talking stage, or like man, or just like a mutual, but they're not really even your friend like that. Like you just know them. But just for a man, you would have like 2 to 3 maximum, genuine platonic female friendships.
That's
Other
why
than
in
that,
simple terms we're
man.
saying men ideally are more faithful creatures.
Yeah, but women, they'll have like a friend like, oh, this one, like I started with him, like this one, like I couldn't cut him off, like this one.
And just
so
you guys are
whatever.
going to come at us and say men are always cheating, men do this, men are trash, but yes. 90% of the women who are saying men are trash go back home at night and cuddle with that boyfriend. So you're really alone on that.
True.
Do you think it's both-sided,
What?
being faithful? Do you think it's a two-way thing?
Is it a choice?
No, is it a two-way thing? Like, do men and women have to both be loyal?
Yes.
Of course they do, bro. What type of question is
But the
So,
thing,
so which means both genders are at fault
but
for
okay,
not being faithful.
Yes, but women are at fault more.
the thing is, let's say there are two people that are together and a man senses something's off, he might not necessarily think she's being unfaithful. But if a woman senses something's off,
immediately he's cheating.
He's cheating.
Like, bro, why is that, bro? See, they always have this sense. I know this guy
I
is
know
cheating.
this
I know this guy is cheating.
I can
And you know,
feel it.
these women can be so hell bent on proving that you're cheating
They
that it ends up
even
killing the
set you up.
relationship.
The way that
They'll be like, man, let me get my friend to loyalty test you.
loyalty testing,
And then after the loyalty test, and then your man is taken. Yet you guys that you were cheating before.
there's no evidence, but just because they found your friend in the guy's DMs,
Now
cheating.
all of a sudden a guy was cheating.
So do you blame it on women overthinking?
I'm not playing the blame game here, but anyone who knows, 9 times out, okay, 8 times out of 10.
Well, women have that hunch that something's not going well. Even if she's had a bad day, she'll say a man's cheating.
So
That's
do you,
her first intuition that they always have. My
First.
man's cheating. Why?
so do you take it back again to trust?
And sometimes just be reflecting. You aren't cheating.
Cheating, really? You're not cheating, but just not get
The
a
moment you
reason.
have a problem,
You just not get a
cheating.
reason to get your money in that same hole, so to like feel less bad about yourself for cheating on him.
True. And then you find out he wasn't even actually
Cheating. Meanwhile, you were the one cheating
Then you're
the
a
whole
bad
time.
person.
But you just don't want to take accountability that was your fault.
Then you end up crying.
So
I can also cry.
Do you believe that men also have a downside to this?
Like how? Like they play a role in this? Of course, men play a role in this, but like, how can I say this? Like, as I've said, it's way more, like, you'd find way more loyal men than you'd find women these days. Because, okay, as a generation, I feel like we've also lost it. Like, a lot of
Really
women don't
have.
trust men. They believe, like, every man is a bad person.
Which
And some
true.
say every man's a bad person based on one male figure in their lives. Okay, just
True.
because I'm sorry to say, just because you're fat.
By Nigero.
Left you.
That's true. Doesn't mean I'm going to leave you.
By Nigero.
I could leave it better, though.
Sevo.
I'm sorry, but like we talked about this before. Daddy issues, guys.
Listen, like, honestly, a lot of women be like deflecting, like, off past experience. This is the thing I'm telling you. Like, you can't say that every man in your life is a bad person because
Best of one.
of one. Like, you one bad boyfriend that had like in 2018, bro.
2018.
And now you're 25, bro. What are you on talking about 2018 relationship? Then you claim that all niggas are like that because of that one guy that you had that didn't treat you well. So, like, man, that's the thing. Like, men, usually, for them, they would have like few female friends. And they would have like a very small circle. Like usually a lot of men have like a very small circle. Unless of course those outgoing personalities would just like be like extroverts and stuff like that. Then they could have quite more, but they still would be more
They're
loyal.
limited.
Yeah, they'll be more loyal to their girl if a girl gives them a reason to be loyal. I know the girls are going to say that, oh, also the men need to give us a reason to be loyal. But the men are loyal by default. It's you women that are always like
Why would
bro.
they chase you, get you, want to keep you, and then all of a sudden I
I'm
want to
cheating.
cheat?
Bruh, like that makes no sense.
I did that chasing.
Bro, I invested. I
And-
came, I be with you, I be with you all that time, and I'm still cheating. I still enough time in my timetable to cheat. Of course, some men have that time.
Okay, true.
But that's just because I love of that game. That's just the love of that game.
Guys,
But like,
the game.
way more women have a lot of men than the men have these days.
You know, sometimes they blame it on how the statistics work.
Of what?
Of women being more than men
Hey,
in the world.
So what?
that's not on us.
So because the men are less than the women need to have more men.
Or they need to have a man for each thing. Like I said, one's a boyfriend, one's my Shayla. Guys, Shayla? What does Shayla mean?
Shayla, bro.
So do you think men also have like different girlfriends?
Girlfriends depends.
A girl is only loyal to one girl. He would have his other like as one to term them side hoes as Malayas. Or just like to keep him like refreshed, you know.
Refreshed.
to keep the engine going, you know.
Giving
You
him
can't
a
drive the
different-
same car for like 20 years.
Hey.
This is a wrong metaphor, but you guys get what I mean. Like you need, like even when a car goes for service, they change the oil, they change the brake pads, you know, they change some things. So the man needs to have like some girls to like keep him like refreshed.
But really, there's also a large double standard around it. It's kind of like, giving an example, like an open relationship. If I suggested an open relationship, they're just going to think, man, just say you want to like, stick it into someone else. But if a girl brought it up, I'd have to hear her out. Like, they want an open relationship. Why? Man, like, I need space. So like, let's open it up a little bit.
Such can get space.
That can get space. But really,
But you know, like women are like the vulnerable gender. So, like we need to accept that.
they're the vulnerable
So like
gender.
man, of course, when they suggest such things, like of course you need to hear them out. Unlike you, a man, like man, take your shit up and move, bro.
But then again, she'll say, I want a guy who is emotionally mature. But you won't want to be with a guy who is emotionally mature or
Because you're not
intelligent.
emotionally mature.
Exactly. He will tell you something point blank and then you start crying or like have an outburst. And then
Bro,
you say,
this guy, he didn't understand me, bro. This guy.
just say you want an emotionally mature man or human being only when it like
Favors you.
favors you. No one else. That's the truth. Realistically speaking, oh my days, I want to be emotionally mature. No, you should be able to communicate. When you communicate, you're hurting my feelings. Yeah, guys.
When they ask you to communicate
Yes.
back, all of a sudden I
I
have
don't,
daddy
I, I
issues.
don't know what to say. Like, I need space.
Share
So,
tracks.
so in simple terms, women are getting complicated.
Yeah,
They've always been
that boy's
complicated,
been
but we just have to
complicated.
accept them for the way they are. But this whole thing of like who's more loyal, who's more faithful, I feel like men generally are more faithful creatures compared to women. Yeah.
By default. I'm not saying that all
All
men,
men are
like,
loyal,
the guys
but we're
out there
just saying
doing
like
The
some.
like
number
on
is
a
more.
like on a scale of like 0 to 10, if you end up like 10 men, like in those 10 men, if you pick like 3 loyal men, if there's a line of 10 girls, you pick only one.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm not saying like all of them are thingy, like nada. That's just
You guys can comment down there.
guys,
Let us
please
know.
comment. Let us know your opinion on this thing. Don't just watch our
Don't
videos as
just
if
think
we're
we are
thieves.
biased because we're really not. We've really considered both sides
Both
of that.
sides real, but we're just saying like man, honestly, men are like more loyal creatures compared to the females. But if you think otherwise, then please let us know down below in the comments.
Yes, Jero.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Okay, first even hold there.
Yes, Jero.
What was the fourth topic? You edit that part out, don't worry. You edit it out, don't worry. We're taking a short break, Please see. Yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience. What's something adults get completely wrong about your generation? Basically, our generation, like your parents.
How did they get wrong about Gen Zs?
Mm.
Man, everything, man.
Everything from what? Like,
Man, you know, like adults of like the former generations, they've never taken into consideration mental health. I'm not saying that us as a generation we should be using that card of mental health, this.
but it really does matter.
I understand that the former generations like went through more traumatic things and they don't care about them as much. But they also need to take into account that sometimes you need to talk about those feelings that you've been holding back ever since you were a kiddo. Like man, a lot of parents like kids be crying like, oh man, I'm depressed, or man, I have this. Like some kids generally be having like some serious like mental like illnesses that the parents will just downplay as the kids being like a weakling. Like they're not
Being
trying to like live up to
lazy.
like the whole thing. You're lazy, but generally like these guys are going through like a lot of like mental like disorders. Like a lot of some kids have PTSD, bro. Like as much as that sounds funny, I don't even think it sounds funny in my head, but some kids actually have PTSD. But they'll tell the parent like, man, I think I need to go talk to like someone about this whole thing, and the parent will be like, bruh, like man up, bro. Like what do you mean you have PTSD, bro?
That's the issue with generations. I don't think that
There is a generational gap, true. Because
because
like most of in our continent, the rest of Africa, go tell your African parents to depressed and see. You know Umojas, you guys know Umojas.
do you feel like it's something that parents need to take into
Consideration.
It really is.
But I feel like also we aren't like properly informed about these things. So like we can't necessarily change the generation. It has to be like some few parents who start to understand it so they can explain to our other parents. But you know, like man, also our parents like they're not like they've reached at that point in their lives whereby like man, it's hard for them to like uptake new information easily. So like man, you can't start coming tell like your parents that man, depression is real, your child might actually be depressed.
You know, when I was your age, you never used to go through depression.
Bruh.
So do you feel like that generational gap is what is affecting?
Yes, there might be a generational gap, but that shouldn't be an excuse for parents not to understand us.
Understand where I'm coming from.
But also sometimes
you call my depression laziness. When I hang myself, on my days I lost a child.
Kumbe, you're just depressed.
No, just
but also depressed. As a child, are you letting yourself to be depressed? Sometimes also the children were honestly living like being genuinely lazy. I want to side with the parents to a degree, but I'm not fully on their side. Sometimes us as the kids were like genuinely like sitting back on ourselves. Like our parents have provided us with resources to like be able to do anything. Your parents, you have a house. At your home, you have a gym. They buy you a PS5 and Xbox. You have games. You have everything. They take you for sports. They take everywhere. You have a car probably to move around or a driver. But then you're still crying that you're depressed, like genuinely.
You know, sometimes
like, I'm depressed because I don't have friends.
Not even that.
They locked me. They gave me everything I ever wanted and locked me indoors.
You know
but
how they used to always say that You know, as a child, as a parent, you're supposed to give your children time. As a parent, you're supposed to sometimes give your children time and be with your children. Not that every time you provide and go away.
Or like you just throw money at them.
Throw money at
Because
them.
as you've said, now you're saying it in that way that they have given you a driver, they have given you a car. Please.
Sometimes I could genuinely
go.
need like some support.
But sometimes, as a parent, you're supposed to sit down with the child you produce. Don't think that this is a tenant you're providing for. this
But
is
a water
someone
bill.
you produced and came from you.
Mm.
Sometimes you feel like you should like sit down and like maybe have a one-on-one conversation. Get to know your child. Do the parents who don't
That
know
also
their children.
real. That also requires a lot.
Don't know their children.
That's why there's a generational gap. Because parents have not taken time to even know who their children are.
They've neglected their role.
They've neglected their another thing is but like the whole like yes, it's okay, you should respect your parents.
Yes, you should.
But some parents use instead of respect they instill fear. So like I can't even come and open up to you and be like going through this and that because I'm genuinely scared of you.
Of what they would say and what they would do to you.
And then when your kid like this like ends up being depressed and whatever, be like, but you never communicate. I was scared of you. Honestly.
But then again, you also can't blame parents too much. Because like
You can't,
sometimes
but
this is their first time parenting, first of all.
True.
And another thing, I'm not saying like you can't usually people like grow up in patterns that like usually people portray what they are in patterns that have already grown up. So your parents could also have had the same challenges that you're having.
True, but
they
like
fear their
that
parents.
should be a learning curve, honestly. Like, bruh, this is how I was treated. Let me try and do it
Do
slightly
better.
different.
Sometimes they can try to do better, but then like man, you know, like sometimes
Let me tell you,
spare the road and spoil the child.
guys, let me tell you, I'm the person who swing no more at me.
That's
Spare
why
the road and spoil the
that's why
child.
the generational gap will continue growing.
Exactly,
But
because
then again, you won't be like the parents won't allow to raise indisciplined kids because of a generational gap.
no, the kid can be disciplined, but fear, guys.
Do you honestly
There's
feel
outright
like
fear, and this kid can't even tell
Do you
that
feel
mom
like
I
this-
failed this test or like this.
But why would you fail if a parent
No.
pays school fees?
do you feel like
Go to school and do what you're supposed to do, bro.
do you feel like discipline is only supposed to be instilled through fear?
No,
no? That's a wrong method.
that's a wrong method. Even
That's
though a lot
why
of parents
now
choose to
Jero
go
is
down that route,
Because
like
maybe something that works.
Okay, some children sometimes.
Then
Some
how do you
children-
expect me to
some
talk
children
to
need-
you?
Some children need to be put into.
But the
some
thing is
fear.
sometimes parents forget, like, yes, you might be instilling fear, but you're also teaching me new ways to do certain things. Like, let's say I sneak out of the house one day. You catch me, you beat me. I'm giving an example. The next day, I sneak out of the house, you catch me, you beat me. Really, by the third time, I'm still sneaking out. I'm just getting better at it. Learning your patterns when you come back from work, when you leave. Really, you're not doing anything for yourself. You're really
But
just
then
teaching me
sometimes
to
also
hide it
talking-
better.
So, sometimes also talking to the child doesn't help.
Okay, not necessarily just talking like from a point of like I am an adult, I know better. No, give it from a point of like, yes, I'm an adult, I've been where you've been before, and like you're going to escape, want to come back home at 1 a.m. They're going to hit you on the road. Then what? They're going to steal your car phone. Then you're going to come crying to me, mommy, they stole my phone, and I'm going to have to buy you a new phone. You get like talk to them from a different angle, not I'm an adult, I know better.
Hey, like they need to understand why
Like why am I telling you not to do this?
Hey,
But like Sam,
they just said don't do it.
don't do it.
That's what
By
makes it.
default, we're children, first of all, or like young adults. We are curious. Don't go there. I'm going to want to go
To
there.
know what's there.
Like, what's there? What are they saying? You're like, I want to know.
So in simple terms, they
Like
should
you
just
actually
give the
need to
reason.
know why they're refusing it from.
Give reason. Don't say no and just okay. Even if come up with a fake reason, but like, bro, kids by default are curious. You tell them no, you come back and don't check that saucepan. You burn yourself. Okay, they won't check because I'll burn myself, but don't touch the saucepan. What's there? It comes back that I scalded. So really,
But sometimes they have to learn like that.
okay, true. But yes, there's certain mistakes you can learn from like that, but there's some you can't come back from.
So do you feel like the parents may not understand our generation?
Some try. There are those who don't put in effort at all to try. I'm sorry, but some try. Some of you actually like sit down and be like, let me make
talk to
some
my
research.
kids. Hey, let
Let
me pass with
But
some
then
more.
there are those who are like, man, they're gummy.
They're outright baba.
Let them come talk to me.
You're
Hey, you're the man of the house, mother of the house.
I also feel like because of maybe the economy also and the country we live in, parents now these days, the pressure to work has become so much that maybe parents these days like wake up in the morning, go to work. By the time they come back in the evening,
They're tired.
They're tired.
they are
That's
So man,
tired.
they
They
can't
don't,
have time to start talking to a
they
kid who's
don't have
already
the
annoying
energy
them.
to now
okay,
start
yeah.
with you. First,
Sometimes they also have their own dreams they're chasing, their own goals in life.
they have
So
to take
man,
care of you also.
you can't blame them for like not like okay, not like necessarily
Neglecting it,
but
but
like
for like sometimes like underlooking your issues, or rather
yes.
overlooking.
Yeah. So man, you just have to understand where they're coming from, and you just man, you cut off from
Basically,
there, man.
understand each other.
Like if a parent has made an effort to get to know you, like
Also
man,
put
well
in
and
an
good.
effort.
But if they haven't, man, be better for your children, honestly.
Real. Don't also go and traumatize just because you are
Traumatized.
traumatized.
Don't use a bad experience that you had to in order to also traumatize other people, bro. So man, yeah, I guess that's been it. This has been the 8th episode of the Boys Side Quest. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.